Each September, Lutheran Social Services conducts its meeting of the membership, which includes nearly 140 Lutheran congregations. Most recently, our annual meetings have been held at Capital University here in Columbus on a Sunday afternoon in September. However, with competing demands upon people's time, attendance has obviously waned. But being respectful of your time and also trying to take advantage of technology, we're going to try something different this year, and that's to conduct what we are calling a digital annual meeting. While this option might be a little less personal, we hope it will actually increase participation. And by that I mean that hopefully through this means you'll learn much more about LSS, our activities and our plans for the future, and also increase participation in one of the key duties and responsibilities of the membership, and that is to exercise your voting rights, and this year will be around electing new board members. While statistics don't tell the whole story, I think it'd be good to review with you some of the measurements of significance. First of all, this past year, we have served meals or meals equivalent in our community kitchen and in our food pantries, totaling over 2.3 million meals a year. We've also provided over 125,000 nights of shelter in our homeless shelters, both here in Columbus and in Lancaster, as well as at the Choices Domestic Violence Shelter here in Columbus. We also offered about 63,000 days of services and care at Kensington Place, at our Lutheran Village in Ashland, an assisted living facility, and at the Good Shepherd Nursing Home in Ashland as well. And very significant to all of you with our great thanks is the fact that our volunteers provided over 117,000 hours of service to LSS, for which we are very deeply grateful. Beyond the numbers and really behind the numbers, I want to offer a few highlights of what we've accomplished during this past year. The first is that we celebrated the first anniversary of the opening of our Delaware food pantry in the city of Delaware. People might ask, why Delaware? We know that's one of the wealthiest and fastest growing counties in Ohio, but within that population, over 18,000 of its citizens are at risk for hunger every single day. So we opened the pantry, and this past year we served over 2,200 families. Additionally, we were able to purchase a mobile pantry truck, and so every week we were on the road within Delaware County offering meals equivalent in food to particularly the rural areas within that county. Also this year, we've continued to focus on serving our veterans, particularly those at risk of becoming homeless or in fact homeless. A couple noteworthy points. One, we've expanded a grant we have with the VA. It's called SSVF, or Supportive Services for Veterans Families, for those who are at risk of becoming homeless or in fact are homeless. We also have a 36-bed equivalent emergency shelter for veterans who are homeless. In addition, a transition house in Lancaster that we can house up to 8 veterans for up to 2 years to help get them back on their feet and into a self-sustaining lifestyle. And one final noteworthy change for the positive this past year has been expansion of our service offerings at Kensington Place. Up to this year, it's been basically an independent living facility. We've relicensed those apartments to be both independent as well as assisted living. And we are about to open a memory care unit. And so what we are intending to do is have a full continuum of services so that people can age in place within Kensington Place itself. And now looking to the current year, a few highlights to share with you. We are now the owner and operator of the Choices Domestic Violence Shelter, and our intention this coming year is to move towards the design, funding, and construction of a new shelter. This will increase both bed capacity as well as array of services that we will be able to offer on site. So you'll be hearing more about the campaign associated with the new shelter. Also this year we hope to advance upon the building of a new Nancy's Place. This is our single women's emergency shelter of Faith Mission, and it's temporarily being housed within a current facility of Faith Mission, and our goal is to complete the construction so it will have its own new home. All of this could not be made possible without your help, the giving of your time and your talent and treasure to the fulfillment of our mission and ministry of caring for people, giving them hope and help and encouragement along that pathway towards independence and self-sustainability. What I've shared with you with great thanksgiving is a highlight overview of LSS, where we've been and where we're headed. But I think it's important to step down into a service offering so you get a better sense of the care and compassion that is offered day in and day out. So next we'd like to share with you the story of Faith Mission.
Faith Mission exists to provide caring and dignified support to people who are experiencing homelessness and hunger. We offer a safe environment for hundreds of homeless men and women each night in our emergency shelters. We also provide residents with food and clothing while helping them to improve their situation through access to services such as permanent housing and employment assistance, with our clinic providing free medical, dental, and vision care. Additionally, the community kitchen at Faith Mission serves 3 meals a day to anyone who is hungry. At Faith Mission, we provide hope and support to those who need lifted up.
I have a associate's degree in banking and finance, and worked a couple jobs, here and there after graduation. Moved up with Columbus in '97 from my hometown, and brought my son with me. Met my daughter's father, and we were together for many years. And had her, and then I ended up at the computer supply company where I worked, and was there for 11 years. It was a mom and pop shop, family owned, small business, and then just one day it was gone, just very, very out of the blue. So it was quite a situation to get thrown into. My son, he actually had moved in with me. When I lost my job, we were trying to maintain, the place while I was looking. And unfortunately, that didn't work. And we ended up moving into one of those extended stay hotels, and probably stayed there for about a month and a half. And it was just too much money to do that. So he had friends that he could move into. I really didn't have anywhere to go, so he had taken me down to the shelter. My stay here was a very different experience. Having the meals through Faith Mission was nice, just to be able to eat more than once a day, which is what my son and I were doing when we didn't have any money. It's amazing how much that means when you are down on your luck. When I first arrived and was directed to get help with resume and finding a job, getting back on my feet, the first person that I was introduced to was Janet Harrison. I can't even express into words how helpful and dedicated she was, and just helping me, a stranger, get back on their feet. It was truly amazing. I can't say enough about her. I'll forever be thankful for her. The services here, working through to help me find a job and to work through the problems that I had accumulated, and to break past those, and to be able to get back into the workforce, and be able to save and get back on my feet. That was a blessing to have that here. There's a lot going on right now. My husband and I are actually about to move to Worthington. My daughter, she's been with her dad throughout this process that I've been dealing with. And so it's, we're looking forward to getting back together and living together. Faith Mission, to me, means hope. It really does mean hope. It's getting me back on my feet, getting me back to my daughter, getting me back to a life.
I hope you enjoyed learning more about Faith Mission and the story of Janice and how we assisted her, helped her along her way towards a new life. And now for that very exciting part, and that is the business portion of the meeting. I first want to offer sincere thanks to those several board members who are rotating off the board for their 6+ years of service, including Pastor Aaron Lane. He is pastor of Advent Lutheran Church, and he has served in various roles, including chairman of the Congregation and Community Relations Committee. Also rotating off is Mr. Ted Hill, and most recently he served as chairman of the board. With Ted's departure, I'm pleased to announce that the new board chairman is Mr. Ron Seifert. He is president and CEO of Delaware County Bank and has been on the board for now several years and has most recently served as chairman of the Strategic Planning Committee. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about how you can go about voting. On the Congregational Corner page of the LSS website is a voting form where you can read about the candidates who stand for election this year and submit your ballot. I hope you will confirm the slate, as each has been vetted by the board nominating committee and offers a skill set that will help our agency fulfill its mission. Please make sure to submit your vote by the deadline. Your input is very important. Finally, I want to thank you for viewing this report. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you so much.